Hello dear students, welcome back. I am Risanshu Goyal. I hope you all are fine and doing well at home. Students, today we are going to start with chapter number 3, data handling of your book. Students, first of all, what is the meaning of data? Data means the raw facts and figures which we collect from our surroundings or through any means to interpret any result. And handling means to manage. It means in data handling, we manage the records, we manage the data, we manage the facts and the figures, and after managing them, we get a simplified result, we get a result from those data. So students, in this chapter, you will learn about the mean, median, mode, probability, and the bar graphs. Students, bar graphs is also the one of the method by which you can represent your data in the simplified form. For example, sometimes in the movies or in the TV shows, you have seen that when they conduct the business meetings, they show some graphs, they show some pie charts on the screen during their meetings. Through their graphs, they interpret the total outcome or the what success they have made in the previous years and what success they are going to make or what are their expectations in the next coming years. Or also they can compare their success or their growth with the another companies also. So students, by going through the data handling, you people will be able to understand what is the need of data handling in a daily life. The bar graphs, pie charts, they play a very important role in the big industries. From the pie charts, bar graphs, they compare their level where they stand with respect to the other industries also. So students, first of all, here is your mind map of data handling. The first concept is the collection of the data. Students, how do we collect the data? To interpret any result, first of all, we need the data. For example, if you want to know that who has scored the first position in your class, for that you need to know the marks of all the students of your class. It means it is called as the collection of the data. So from books, TV, newspaper, magazines, internet, etc., you can collect the data. Next is the organization of the data. Organization means then you maintain that data in some particular form so that you can interpret the results. You can easily detect that who has scored the first position or who is at the highest position and who is at the lowest position, or how much growth you have achieved in the previous years and so on. That is called the organization of the data. Students, next is the mean. Students, mean is called as the average value of the given data. So how do we find the mean? We find the mean by finding the sum of observation divided it by the number of the observations. So students, in this, first of all, you will find the sum of the given observations, then you will divide it with the given number of the observations. For example, if you have the observations 2, 3, 5 and you want to find its mean, first of all add these numbers 2 plus 3 plus 5. Now how many total numbers are there? 3. So divide it by 3. So it is equals to 10 upon 3. This will be your mean. 10 upon 3 will be your mean. So how will you find the mean? By adding the observations and dividing it by the total number of the observations. The next thing you are going to study in this chapter is the mode. Students, what mode? Mode is the frequently occurring value. For example, if you have the data 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Now from this given data, which value is occurring the maximum number of times? It is 2. 2 is occurring 3 times. So in this case, mode is 2. So students, by arranging the given data in the ascending order and after checking that which value is occurring for the most of the times, you can find the mode easily. Next is the median. Students, median means the middle value of the given data. It refers to the middle value of the given data. For example, if you have 1, 1, 2, 3 and 5, right? Now what is the middle value of the given data? 2 is the middle value of the given data. So 2 is called the median here. Median refers to the middle value of the given data, which lies in the middle position. For this also you have to arrange the given data in the ascending order first. Next is the probability. Students, probability means the chance of occurrence of an event. Means how much percent, you can say how much percent is the possibility that this particular thing will happen, whether it will happen or not. So that is called the probability. Means what is the chance of the occurrence of an event. So students, this was your mind map. All of you will draw this mind map in your copies. In this chapter, we will learn about mean, median, mode, probability. Students, on page number 60, here is your arithmetic mean. How do you find the arithmetic mean? It is equals to the sum of all observations divided by the total number of the observations. For example, Ashish studies for 4 hours, 5 hours and 3 hours respectively on 3 consecutive days. How many hours does he study on an average? Students, in this we need to find the average. It means we will find the mean. So the given observations are 4, 5 and 3. We will find its sum and then we will divide it with the total number of the observations, which is equals to 3. So the average is equals to 4 plus 5 plus 3 divided by 3. Their total number of observations is 3. So 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 divided by 3 is 4. Students, your next topic is range, page number 62. Range means the difference between the highest and the lowest observation. It is called as the range. First question, find the range of the heights of any 10 students of your class. Students, in this you will choose any 10 heights of your choice, then you will find its range. Here I will show you one example. For example, students, here I have taken any 10 heights of the students according to my choice. You can choose it according to your own choice. 120 centimeters, 125 centimeters, 150 centimeters and so on. Then here the maximum height is 150 and the minimum height is 105. So the range is maximum height minus minimum height, which is equals to 150 minus 105, which is equals to 45 centimeters. So students, our second question is, organize the following marks in the class assessment in a tabular form. First of all, we have to arrange the given data in the tabular form. we have to make the tally marks. After that, we have to solve its 4 parts. Which number is the highest, which number is the lowest, range of the data, and the arithmetic mean. In the tabular form, students, we will make the 3 columns: number, tally marks, and the frequency. Under the number, students, you will write your given data. The values which are given to you in the question, you will write those values in the serial order 1, 2, 3, 4. After observing the given data properly, you will write that data in the serial order. After that, you will count how many times. As you can see here, the lowest value is 1. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So students, from here you will arrange the data. Now you will count how many times 1 is occurring here. Only one time 1 is occurring here, so you will put 1 slash here, which is equals to frequency 1. Now you will count how many times 2 is occurring here. 2 is occurring here 2 times. 1, 2. So 2 lines you will put under tally marks, so its frequency will be 2. Now you will count how many times 3 is occurring here. 1. That's it. Only 1 times 3 is occurring. So in this way, you will count the numbers and you will make the tally marks and you will write the frequency. Students, how to write if the number is occurring for 5 times? As here 5 is occurring 5 times, how you will represent the 5 times in the frequency in the tally marks form? First of all, you will make 4 straight lines and the fifth line will be represented diagonally. So in this way you will represent the 5. So this is your given tabular form. You have arranged the given data in the tabular form. Now you will solve for the questions. Which number is the highest? Students, from the numbers you will check the lowest and the highest number. The highest number is 9 and the lowest number is 1. Find the range. As you know that range is highest number minus lowest number. Highest number is 9, lowest number is 1. So range is 9 minus 1, which is equals to 8. Students, now you have to find the mean. As you very well know that the mean formula of the mean is sum of the observations divided by the total number of the observations. Now student, in this case, what you will do, you will add up the total observations here which are shown here. You will add up all these observations and then you will divide it with the total number of the observations. Or what you can do, you can multiply 1 with 1, 1 multiplied by 1, plus 2 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 1, plus 2 multiplied by 2, plus 3 multiplied by 1. You will multiply the marks with the frequency and then you will add it to the next term like this. These will be multiplied. You will multiply the marks with the frequency and then you will add it to the next term like this. It will be the total sum of the observations. 1 multiplied by 1 plus 2 multiplied by 2 plus 3 multiplied by 1 plus 4 multiplied by 3 and so on, and the total number of observations is 20. Now on simplifying, it becomes 1 ones are 1 plus 2 twos are 4 plus 3 ones are 3 plus 4 threes are 12, 5 fives are 25 and so on. Then you will add these numbers. The answer is 100 divided by 20. which is equals to 10 upon 2, which is equals to 5. So the arithmetic mean is 5, or simply you can add the given data. As I told you earlier, you can simply add the given data and then you will divide it with the total number of the observations. That is, you can do 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2. In this way, first of all, you will add all the terms, then you will divide it with 20. You can proceed with this method also. The answer you will get will be same. The mean of the first 5 whole numbers. Students, whole numbers, they starts from 0. So the first 5 whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the first 5 whole numbers. You will find their mean. You will add these numbers and you will divide it by 5. The cricketer scores the following runs in the 8 innings. Students, the runs are given to you. You have to just find its mean. You will add all of these numbers and then you will divide it by 8. So students, question number 3 and 4 are your homework. You will try these sums at home. Thank you students. Stay home, stay safe.